nobody picked him. Not because he was mean, not because he was broken, not because he'd done anything wrong, just because he was orange. Just another tabby, just another face behind the glass. One of those cats people smile at for half a second and then keep walking, toward the kittens, toward the fluffier ones, toward something that felt like a story worth telling. His name was Mango, and for 3 years, 1,094 days, that shelter was the only home he'd ever known. He wasn't loud about it, didn't pace the kennel walls, didn't cry at night. He just curled up in the corner, those golden eyes half closed, watching the door with the quiet patience of someone who had learned, slowly, painfully, not to expect too much from it. The staff called him the gentleman because no matter how many weekends passed, no matter how many families came in, pointed at him, then got pulled towards something younger, no matter how many times a child pressed their face to the glass and then ran off toward a different cage, Mango never broke. He just waited, still, quiet, like he had made some private peace with the world and decided that if this was his life, he would live it with dignity. But here's the thing about that kind of stillness. It hides something. It always does. Behind those half-closed eyes, behind that practiced calm, there was a cat who had once been someone's everything, who had once known what it felt like to be chosen, to be carried home, to be the one they came back to at the end of the day. And then one morning, the door didn't open anymore. Nobody knows exactly what happened. The shelter intake form just said, "Owner surrendered." No note given, just a carrier left at the front desk and a name written in pencil on a piece of paper. Mango. That was all that was left of whoever he used to be. The first few weeks, he watched the door a lot. The staff noticed. They tried not to talk about it too much because some things in rescue work are just too heavy to carry out loud. By month 3, he'd stopped watching the door. By year 2, a new quietness had settled into him. Not the peaceful kind, the kind that comes from hoping for something long enough that you finally decide hoping is more painful than just not. He ate, he slept, he let the staff pet him, he never bit, never hissed. He was, by every measure, a perfect shelter cat. And somehow that made it worse. Because perfect shelter cats are the ones nobody urgently fights for. They don't have a dramatic rescue story. They don't have a viral moment. They just exist, day after day, in a space that was never meant to be permanent, quietly becoming part of the furniture. 3 years. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, I'm gonna be honest with you, that actually stings a little. This story, this channel, everything we do here, it exists because animals like Mango deserve to be seen. Hit that subscribe button right now. It takes 1 second and it means everything. Then, one Tuesday afternoon in October, everything changed. Not with a fanfare, not with a family walking in saying they'd been looking for exactly him. It changed because of a sound. A tiny, broken, barely there sound coming from a cardboard box that a teenager had carried in from the parking lot, hands shaking, eyes red. Inside the box, wrapped in a hoodie that still smelled like someone's house, was a white kitten, 8 weeks old, maybe less, found alone behind a dumpster 2 miles away, shaking so hard her whole body vibrated, dehydrated, too weak to stand, too small to even cry properly. Just a thread of a sound, over and over. They named her Snowdrop. And because the shelter was full that night, because there was nowhere else to put her that was warm enough, quiet enough, safe enough, they placed her in the kennel next to Mango's. That first night, Snowdrop cried for 6 straight hours. Not loud, just that thin, threadbare sound, over and over in the dark. And Mango pressed himself against the shared wall of their kennels, that cold metal grate between them, and he did not move. Not once. The staff found him like that in the morning, still pressed against the grate, his big orange body curved toward her like a question mark, like a shelter, like something ancient and instinctive had woken up inside him at 3 a.m. and simply said, this one needs you." Snowdrop had stopped crying sometime around dawn. Nobody could say exactly when. Within a week, during shared playtime, The transformation in Mango was something the staff talked about for months afterward. He groomed her, patiently, methodically, like he had all the time in the world, which, after 3 years of waiting, maybe he felt like he finally did. He guarded her. If another cat wandered too close during play, those tired golden eyes would sharpen into something you didn't want to argue with, something that said clearly, "Not her, not today, not ever." He taught her things: how to eat from the bowl without tipping it, how to find the warm spot by the window in the afternoon, how to curl into a shape small enough to feel safe. He was not tired anymore. That stillness that had settled into him over 3 years, that careful, practiced quietness, it hadn't disappeared. It had just found somewhere to go. A family came in on a Saturday looking for one cat. They spent 40 minutes in the meet-and-greet room with Snowdrop, who climbed immediately into the youngest daughter's lap and started purring like a motor. They were ready to sign the paperwork, and then they noticed Mango, sitting just outside the play area, watching. Not aggressive, not demanding, just watching Snowdrop with those steady golden eyes, the way you watch someone you are not willing to lose sight of. "We weren't planning on taking two," the mom said later, but he looked at us, just looked at us, and it was like he was saying, "You're not taking her without me." And we didn't even argue. We just didn't argue. They signed for both. Today, Mango sleeps curled around Snowdrop every single night. That same pressed-together stillness, that same quiet, unmovable presence. Like some part of him never forgot what it felt like to press against a cold metal wall at 3 a.m. because a tiny voice in the dark needed to know it wasn't alone. He still watches the door sometimes, old habits, but now when it opens, he doesn't hope for himself. He just makes sure Snowdrop is okay. Some animals carry their entire story in their eyes. You don't need to know the details. You don't need the intake form or the penciled name or the owner surrendered with no reason given. You just look at them and you know, this one has loved before. This one knows what it means to lose something. And this one decided somewhere along the way that the answer to loss wasn't to stop caring, it was to care harder, quietly, steadily, for whoever needed it next. Mango waited 3 years to be chosen, and when he finally got the chance, he didn't use it for himself, he used it for her. So here's what I keep thinking about, and I genuinely want your answer on this one. Do you think Mango found Snowdrop, or do you think Snowdrop was always meant to find him? Drop your answer in the comments, because I'm not sure I know, and I have a feeling you might.